Rightio, for the last time, welcome back to the Budget Kitchen for 2021, that is. Something different. A lot of trips have been pre-prepared stuff I've vac-sacked, prepared at home, just for the ease of throwing stuff in, whether it's frozen, using it to help cool your drinks and other stuff down in a cooler bag, or basically just having those base ingredients and adding to rice or pasta or whatever else makes more room in the fridge for beers and other drinks, and lets you get stuff set up at camp while it's defrosting and then rice is cooking, that sort of thing. But I thought for my last segment of the year, I'd actually do some cooking. Now, starting this a little bit early because this is going to take a little while. Sweet potato, I'm going to do steak and sweet potato fries. Get the fire going in a minute. Deep fry some sweet potato chips, and then cook the steak on the grill over the fire. So a little bit to do. For the chips, two big things is get them cut, get them soaking in water for about half an hour, cold water for about half an hour, to try and get some of that starch out of the potato, and then make sure they're real dry before they go into the hot oil. But I'm going to make a start, and yeah, cannot wait for this one. Rightio, so we'll get on the chips. I'll throw a chopping board down on that anyway. Job for Christmas, get that made into a chopping board. Give our sweet start a bit of a wash. Look out, you get it wet. Ideally, you'd get a bit of steel wool or something, and give it a good scrape off. Stay. Table's level. I'm not going to peel this, just to keep that rustic taste flavour, whatever you want to call it. We'll see. I might discard some of the outside bits. There's some bruises, some other shit on it. Garbage bag. Never ban all single-use plastic bags. Their use in the bush for garbage bags, etc., is second to none. Especially when they fit right on the end of your table like that. Local fruit market. Normally everything I buy in bags, and then double, triple bags sometimes, just so I can get some extra ones ahead of a trip. Use this one. Out. There you go. Plastic bowl to put these in as well. Double up. Alright. I'll go for the thickest part, and I'll cut over here close to you, because I know that's where I've got the most. I won't throw these extra bits out. They'll go in the fridge, because I'm doing a roast when I get home. So pot. Where's the pot? Where's the pot? Pot's around the other side. Of course it is. Actually no. I'll use this one, won't I? Still working out the layout. Getting things organised in here. So, basic hiking pot, that'll determine how long I'm going to make these. Like that. Once again, grab your shopping bag. Throw the end bits in, and they can go in the fridge so they don't go yucky. Alright. Now, chips themselves, Probably going to go about 1 centimetre square. That's the aim anyway. We'll see if we actually do that. Oh, not like that. Cleave would probably be a little bit better for doing this. How hungry am I going to be? Might just use this as an excuse to get rid of a bit there. So, there. Nearly 1 centimetre square. Pretty close. Biggest thing is to try and make them all as close to identical as you can, just for obvious need of cooking. I'm going to soak them in that pot. I'm soaking that water there while we're doing. I don't need that right now. Chippies. Just to get that starch out. And then we've really got to dry these off afterwards just to make sure they go that extra bit crispy. I don't know. I don't think I need all these. There might be a couple of taste tests I'll need to get in there. So, time 10 to 6, so that's alright, let them go in there. I might look at this one. Cut the real narrow bits off because they will be the first to burn. See, sometimes if you're driving through the bush and don't have much time, when you know you're going to get to camp, doing what I've done in the past is fine. Other times, when you're going to be in the spot early in the day and you've got plenty of time, then why not take some extra stuff and cook yourself a bit of a feed. You might not be alone, so you might have to cook more than just a single serve stuff anyway, so put that back in there. We'll let them sit for half an hour. In the meantime, get this fire going, and yeah, we'll start getting some chips prepared. Of course, I set the camera up right where the smoke's going to go. Easy McPeasy. Pull them back, so I'm going to use those for my grill plate later. I reckon I have my grill right about there somewhere. Rightio, so they've been in there for half an hour now. Now I'm draining this water without losing them. Lost one. Whoops. Lost one. Luckily it was an outside bit, so I'll grab some paper towel. Spread out so they don't touch each other and leave moisture in there. I've done this before with just regular chips, a couple of times down the river. Get it, especially over winter, using the camp oven. Put all the oil in the bottom and and deep frying, not just chips, but even just your frozen fish, done fish fingers as well. So all them sorts of things. So I'll put that back up there. I found the pot I wanted to do because I'm going to do these in two batches just to make sure I don't stuff them up. Also, you don't want to add everything to the pot at once because it'll cool the oil down. Paper towel. I just really want to dry these out, so I'll keep doing this, and the next time you see me, you ready to add these bad boys to the oil. Alright, so of course the wind's going to pick up and do stupid stuff. Oil's on, got the grill going, ready to put our steak on. Chunk of meat sizzling away. Sort of interesting time now because we've got to time the cooking of the steak perfectly with timing the I should have brought some red gum from home. Using local wood's not the best, but the steak's on. The steak can rest for a little bit afterwards, so I'm getting out of smoke. A little bit of salt. Crushed black pepper. It's probably going to stay on there, but just want to cook this nice and slow. I don't want to rush it too much. I don't want to burn it. A lot of mistake people make is just throwing saucepans, frying pans directly onto the fire. Or it's way too hot. It's way too hot to do that. Pull some coals back off away from the main fire. Have a little one like I am now. It just makes it so much easier to control the temperature and everything else, because if I was to have that in the frying pan or over there, it would burn the arse out of it. So let's add some more of these around here. That steak is sizzling to perfection. Rightio, we're going to plan B. I should have, coming in, I had the boat there, I could have loaded up with all types of wood and everything else, but no, coming in here thinking there'd be wood everywhere, and there isn't. Good, dry wood anyway, so the steak's going to keep on grilling over there, but while it's cooking away, we're going to cheat. We're using the stove, so it's really starting to boil there. We'll give that a minute, and we'll get some chips frying. Yeah, so we'll do a dip test. Oh yeah, that's good. Alright, so let's start dropping some of these in. Okay, and as I said before, not all at once. Slowly. Maybe a bit too hot. Anyway, slowly drop them in. Don't do that. Ah! How to light fire to a campsite 101. Oh, keep dropping some of these in. The excess oil is going to burn off underneath on the hot plate anyway, so not too worried about that. If I could see the chips I'd be a bit happier, but yeah, so I've just left the ones out that are a bit off. Keep that going there. Probably need a fork. If you haven't noticed, I used the smaller saucepan. I had that one to soak them in, and thought the little one would be better, be able to use less oil in it, but anyhow, that hasn't happened. So we want these to go about 5, 6, 7 minutes. Oil everywhere. Clean all this until they start to get crispy. I know sometimes when you cook them, you can cook them till they get soft, so they're obviously cooked, and then take them out, let them rest, let them cool down a bit, turn your water up and do a double fry. But we won't be doing that today, because if you haven't noticed, also the sun has now dropped below the loosen this up. Hi. The sun's dropped below the range over there, so we're going to lose darkness soon. So our steak's still cooking along. It won't be far off. I'll nearly drag it over the side on top of one of those rocks to rest and cool off a little bit. And yeah, now that the fire's out. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Rookie move. And what's the lesson we learnt from the last episode in the hobo oven? Don't walk away while food's cooking. Keep giving this a bit of a stir just to make sure nothing's getting stuck together, because if they do start getting stuck together, you're going to have some soggy chips. So they are not too far away from being done. If I can get one here and give it. Yep, that's nice and soft. So another minute or two while that's finishing off, I'll go deal with the steak. Excellent. That's I'd say that's ready. So we'll just move him over here off to the side a little bit, so he still stays warm, but he has a chance to let those juices stay inside. And time to dish up. Rightio, turn that off. Probably going to keep on burning for a little bit until all the oil disappears. Yeah, our seafood basket. You just want to lay these out. Try not to touch each other the best you can. I wonder if there's an easier way of doing this. Ideally you'd take them out and throw them on a bit of a rack. Unfortunately, my rack's being used. Oh, actually, I know what I can do. Put the plate for a minute. Lay some towel paper down. Luckily for me, I have the toast rack. So same before when you're drying them out for moisture of water. Do the same here. I'll just load this up a bit to speed time up. Once you get them here and they start to dry out too, you can season them and do what you need to. Once you're done, all you have to do is put this on the fire for a few minutes until the oil cooks off, and it'll be good to go back in the ute. This would nearly be good for a morning after hanger. You can't get any more deep fried than deep fried chips out of a camp oven. No, what would you call it? Out of a camp deep fryer. So they're all laid out. And there, again, bit of salt. Bit. Let them cool. Grab the steak. One thing you need to be aware of: you're grilling steak over the open fire, it's going to be a bit darker than what you may normally be used to. Problem now. I need to shop space. And I've got oil over everything, so there's going to be a lot of hot water boiled in the morning to clean this mess up. But that's how easy it can happen. So we do our steak. And our chips. What else could you want on a nice spring evening out beside the lake? Marvellous. Steak and sweetened potato fries. What can I say? The only way you can stuff up sweet potato is to not cook it, obviously. Right. Open this steak up and have a look. A little bit of redness in the middle. That's all right. I'm normally a rare sort of person, but obviously a bit of fat in this one too, which adds to the flavour. Not the best for paper plates, but juicy, salt, cracked pepper. You can add all sorts of different flavours to your steak. Sometimes the simplest are the best. Bit of salt and that sweet potato though, divine. So, although it didn't all go according to plan, I'm glad for the final budget kitchen segment of the year where I could do some actual cooking and not just reheating or cooking your staples, your rice or your pasta. So I'm going to throw another log on the fire and enjoy this, even though the dog's eyeballing me, aren't you? And yeah, thank you for watching. Sharing's caring.